Audio House Dublin.
Yeah, good to have you back in the studio, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a long minute.
I nearly want to pull up like exactly what month it was last year, but it was easily last summer as well.
I'll tell you, September.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, but yeah, we've both kind of come a long way, done a few things since then. So
I think I've done all right. Sold out, fam. Look at the names, fam.
Too kind, man. Too kind.
Look at the fucking names.
Actually, before we like formally begin, are you in one of these shots? If you, because I think
nah, don't worry about it.
Okay, fair. He'll remain anonymous. Faceless comments from the side. Yeah, no, because when you started up the More Than a Hustle show, man, I was like taken aback because I was like, I think this is like a step in the right direction for you. I was quite excited to get like sort of what you were thinking of in terms of moving from the radio format into something a little different.
It was one of those things. Like, I was very comfortable with the radio show and all, like, because it's like I'll go on every Friday, play music, interviews every week. Like, that's what I'm really known for. Then it came to a certain point where I was like, I need to do something a little bit more. Because you're on radio, you hear my voice, you don't really see my face. Unless I post a picture on Instagram or something. Then I go and I do the interview show, which you'll literally see me on camera. The other guy on camera, you can see how fresh we look, whatever.
See the drip.
Yeah, literally. But it's just, I just wanted to have serious conversations with people just to help others. You know? That was the whole thing of More Than a Hustle. Yeah. So they're stepping in the right direction. For me, I think so. Yeah. Just, it's something that I hope will help others. Yeah. Because, you know, like I can do this all day. Like, it is what it is to me. But at the end of the day, it is for the other people. You get me? Yeah, definitely. And
do you get to like sort of in terms of like, because you're shooting it in RTE? How is like the relationship with them? Did you come to them with the idea, or like sort of?
This idea, I might as well just tell you the story.
Because you've been like tweeting and stuff going back to do something, no, you know what I mean?
So, like, I hate being that type of person because I'm always tweeting. I'm always like, all right, this is what I'm going to do for the people. Like, the last idea was a cipher. I was about to gather like people from Dublin, Longford, to be crazy. And then I was like, that's not going to happen. So then I had to take a step back and, you know, actually look in the real world and be like, let me see what will actually work. Because I don't think people are ready for that yet. Eventually, I would like to do that. I can't do it on my own. I need like help from like literally every other Irish media, whatever. But that's something that I would like to see in the future. But I was tweeting that shit, then Cypher didn't work out, so I was like, you know what? Let me just do an interview show. I had interviewed Tommy and Omega. Shout out to him. And we had a great interview. Once again, one of those people come in, no question prepared, yada, yada, yada. We were talking. Then after the show, he stayed back and we just had a conversation about whatever. Like, And he was like, oh, you know what? You should do this thing like where, you know, you sit on the couch and you go interview people, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, like, I mean, like the radio show? And it's like, no, except you're sitting on the couch and you have mics and everything.
Chilling, like.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I kind of do that on a radio show, you know what I mean? So it's not different. But I kind of got where he was going with it. And essentially that idea shifted into what More Than a Hustle is today. That idea started in September or October, I want to say, 2018. And around that time, that's when I was like, I don't know if I want to do the cypher or the interview show, Then we got into December time. And one of the lads who sadly passed away, he was kind of gassing me up about the idea. He was like, you should definitely do this. That will help the music scene, do what you want to do, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to go for it. That was December. Now we get into January, and I know we're nearly in August, like, and it's a whole long way.
No, but like it takes a minute to sort of like, because I can attest to the fact that it just takes so much time to get the ball rolling on something. So like
it was just like it was a fucking nightmare to do it as well, like, because I just never had any time. And I would just have loads of my people, like guests coming in, and just like every single week, like I haven't had a week off, like to like off the show, like to breathe, like, you know what I mean? And not that it's a bad thing or anything, but like I didn't have a week off to actually think about the idea. Then the last month I had 1 week off, literally locally, and then I said, you know, I'm gonna kick this off. Went to the big man and I was like, yo, this is the idea I have. This is for the people. I gave him my whole reasons for why I started in the first place. Did that, and then he was like, 2 weeks, we start shooting. I was like, fuck, 2 weeks, Jesus, I have to get my shit together.
Handy, like.
And I was like, fuck, like, cause like I'm on camera now, like on radio, I can wear a tracksuit, like, you know what I mean? And then I don't know, that's just me, like I'm just like, I need to find shit to wear, like. So I went in, did that, sorted it out. Then interview show kicked off. First week episode was Amma.
Yeah.
And then next was I'm even forgetting. I'm not even like 5 episodes deep. Like it was I'm gonna.
So you have a few in the stash there.
Yeah, I have a few in the. I had Marvel, and then Rebel Phoenix was after that, and then the last one I literally just recorded today was Omega.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna have loads.
Full circle right there, like as well.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to see you doing that because, like, I don't know, like, even I feel like you were like trying. You were saying at the time you came on last time, you were like looking to branch out and do something. So when I saw it finally happen, I was like, oh, this is sick, you know. And there's so much more room for, like, even since we started, there was like Mabfield and a few others cropping up, and like it's just
shout out to him as well.
Yeah, like, and Sly Motif doing more and more. Like they just had that event last week as well. Like
that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so much space, and even like you're saying, like people would love to see a cypher sort of series potentially, but obviously from our end, like someone doing it and like all the red tape that you run into trying to organize it, but there's definitely people hungry for it, which is sick to see.
Even with the cypher thing, like you could definitely get it done. It was just my idea was a bit extreme in the sense of like every week I wanted like 3 people. And I was like, I'll run out of people by like the second one. Like, you know what I mean? It's better if you do like one person at a time. I'd love to do it now, but like now my whole focus is on the interview show. And I was like, that just needs to get rolling for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense, to be fair. And how did you go about, just like because similar on our end, but what way do you kind of like scout for new guests, or how did the collaborations come about? Like, were you reaching out to them? Did you have a list because you were like waiting on this series for so long? Or
it was like so the whole basis of the show is to inspire. There's a lot of young artists, young managers, young whatever in the music game that don't know how to move in the music game. A lot of people just think, and I said it on my Instagram and Twitter, they just want to drop music and, oh yeah, this is definitely going to get played on the radio, or I'm going to get 1 million hits, or yada, yada, yada. Like, people like to focus on the whole dream aspect of it, but in reality, shit like that don't work. It does not fly at all.
You're not Lil Nas X. Like.
Yeah, like literally, you can't make an Old Town Road and go fucking diamond in a few months. Like, you know what I mean? It does not work, especially in Ireland. On my end, like I'm very blessed to do what I do. Don't get me wrong. So I don't want anything to come across as if I'm giving out or anything. But I've had a couple of people DM me, email me, some who have my number for some reason, text me and shit like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, I have this song. Could you play it on the radio?" Or, "Yo, I got this song that's about to come out next month. Can I come up for an interview?" But they're like virtually unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's like not to sound bad about it, but it's just they don't have that experience or that exposure type shit. Like, so I'm just like, I don't know what to do here. I can't text everybody individually all the time saying the same shit. Like, it came to a point where I had to copy and paste everything. Like, because I was like, I can't believe I'm getting the same message
sort
every
of message.
time. So with that, I wanted to kind of teach them, okay, this is how you really move. So I had to think about who are the people in the scene right now who are quote unquote established, have something going for themselves, have a decent discography and under the belt, pit singles, whatever you want to call it in Ireland, yada yada. And I thought of Amma, Rebel Phoenix is a young OG. I had Omega in today. I have a few others in a few other episodes. Like Marcus Woods is going to be one of my favorite episodes. Haven't even done it yet, but I know that's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I got all these people. They're going to inspire. They'll tell their journey. This is how you move. And that's kind of my way of scouting. Since that first episode came out, there's been people texting like, "Oh man, I want to go into the show and talk about this, da da da." And I was like, "It's only been the first episode. I haven't even shot the second one yet. What are you talking about?" Like, and I've had different requests like that. I know who I want to bring on. Because there's certain people I want to bring on that actually have a story. They share their journey, and it actually makes sense, as opposed to some guy that has 2 songs.
I was gonna say,
you feel what I'm saying? He wants to come on. What are you gonna talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna ask you, and you're gonna answer in the right way?
Yeah.
Shit don't work out like that.
And it's not the right avenue. Like, they're looking for promotion, but that show is actually for them to watch and like learn how to get to the point where they're on that show. If you know what I mean, it's like a weird.
And I get the. It's like all tactics at the same time, and I understand it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could come onto the show and we can have a shitty interview, but you can still get exposure off that. I understand that completely, but this isn't for me to blow up. It's not for to give my radio show a bigger name or whatever. Like, literally, I heard people say, "Oh my God, there's not enough content. Nobody's doing anything."
No, definitely not.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like, you look at my show, Sold Out, Mad Field. You see what Dear Fact are doing, Slight Motif. You see Classroom. You see all these people.
And there's more Frosted popping up again recently. You know what I mean?
Like, I haven't even watched the episode, but like, it's big. Like, you know what I mean? And the production on it, and the characters that they have on it, and it's like, when you see those things, like, what do you mean there's not enough people doing it? It's like, it doesn't make sense. So that's just them being ignorant, because they're literally not looking. So, you know, like, even us doing what we're doing, like, we're literally giving you content to watch. You can learn from it, you know what I mean? So I made that show just for people to learn. It's for educational purposes, I like to say. But when they come on, they literally tell the story. People can watch that, take whatever bit off the interview, whatever, I don't know. One episode might not be for you. I'll have Mona Lisa on, so that one's for the women, huge. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, guys can watch that. That one's for the women. Each episode is for every specific person. I'm not really looking for like, oh, this is the target audience, whatever, I don't care about views or how many shares it gets. That one interview is going to help one person. Hopefully someone's fucking serious.
Exactly.
Like, so I don't want my DMs to be like, hey, yo, how you get on? Like, I don't know. Go watch the show. That's it.
No, like, it's sick to see. Like, it I don't know if it's because we're all involved in the scene, but it's like, as you said, man, there's so many like young creatives, and like we're all sort of like being entrepreneurial or starting our own thing, or like, and bubbling side by side with the artists, and it just feels like something's big is sort of brewing. I'm glad that someone made a show like focused on the hustle and the DIY aspect that a lot of people bring to the Irish scene, because like, no one's really like, you know, everyone says Reggie Snow and stuff, but like, no one's really like, there's not a history of people popping off here. But the content, I think, is like punching way above the weight of like where you would think it would be. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the UK and they have like the Daily Duppy and stuff, but like, you know, Frosted is, you know, and it looks nearly as good as like anything else that would have millions of views or anything like that. And same with the artists, you know, it's nuts. Like
we be like, I'm saying we, like, even like with you guys doing what you do, like from whatever episode it was that last time up until now, like I'm sitting on a different side. You know what I'm saying? You see the change and the mad names on there. And I think it's got 2. I don't know how many camera shots last time, but they look fancy. But you know what I'm saying? You really stepped up in like the production aspect of it. Like, you've been getting big names on it. And then from there, like, I saw like Mad Field came out, and you have all these other people. Like, I just hope like in the future, in the next couple of months or whatever, other people want to start doing platforms like this. I know people are going to see it as competition, like, oh, I'm the bigger one. It's like, that's cool, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you're really about this urban scene or music scene or whatever it is, it's all about teamwork. And like, I don't know how many times I can say that. There's a lot of people that want to say, oh, I'm going to do my own thing with blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all about teamwork. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, but you know, so you can listen to me or not, I don't care. I don't know.
I think though, in terms of like the names you've had on your show, it kind of is like a perfect segue into, I wanted to ask you who you think, because circling back to the conversation we had last year, it was like our favorite albums of that year so far. But in terms of this year, and you're moving like more and more in the Irish scene, who do you think has had the most productive year so far? Because this is something me and Oren on the way in were chatting about, and it was tough, right? Because I was trying to pin it up against, say, like a Pat Lagoon has already put out like 3 singles, I think, and his debut visual, but coincided with someone like Nilo or something who's like done all these headline shows, done I think at least 1 headline show, 2 festivals, gonna do EP. Someone like Marcus Woods who's just landed the Sicko residency and plays a gig essentially every week, seemingly. Like, it's actually tough to like pick that, like, you know, that one person. Perfect one. But I thought as your show is called More Than the Hustle, it's like that's the perfect question, you know what I mean?
I think. I mean, you mentioned his name, Nilo.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually thinking about it while you were asking that question. I was thinking about like people like, you know, JLOL, and
that was
you know what I mean? Like he drops like me and me too. Is that?
Yeah, and Tech Time this year.
Time, and he's doing shows, and he did a live studio session up in RTE, and he's doing mad shows, and he performed with Chris Cabs at his show recently, and he's doing
like you know, not the usual spots too. He's doing you know, UK, you know, he's
literally up in UK and everything. And it's like,
it's nuts.
When you talk about productivity, like you know what I mean? Like I remember when I went on my little rant last year and I was talking about consistency. I think I said he was the most consistent person because he's dropping singles, videos, projects, and he's doing shows. And he's doing the whole lot, and he's getting his name out there. And it's JLOL, like you just know the name. I think about him, I think about like obvious names like Jafaris or something, like Stride, the Launch Party. True. Then he did a 4-date tour and everything like that. Like we saw each other at his show, like, and that shit was crazy.
I was thinking that because even the level of attention to detail he put in that show, I said it to him recently, like when Evans Jr. and stuff came out with like the gun and like the stretcher and stuff, and like the whole like nearly like theatrics to it and stuff, like it just it's nuts. Like,
it was crazy. Like I was just like, when you look at talent like that, it's like, I mean, like you would think that other people from outside the country would see that and be like, oh well, he's doing something, let's see what he's about. But you know, if we live here, obviously it doesn't work out that way at all. I'm thinking about who else. There's
definitely like we're definitely like, and that's the horrible bit as well. We're definitely overlooking someone that just deserves so much props. Like
there's a few, but the most productive has to be Nilo. Like even when I had him on the show, like we had a really great chat. And ever since I've had him on, ever since you had him on, like we've been speaking about what the fuck,
I know,
you know what I mean? And the whole diffusion lab thing coming about now.
Like, I'm really excited for that. Like,
and he's got a shout out to him. He's got a new baby and everything.
Congratulations.
Shout out to Nilo.
Oh man, that's gas. Like
he's got a lot going on. With him, but I don't know. I can't really name another person that's
like at that point as well. And because he just moved so right, and like at the time, like just didn't know where he was gonna go, and it's like even the partnership with like Inner Space and like the live instrumentation, and then you know bringing in Molly and bringing in all these people, and God knows, and you know,
I'd love to see where it'll go then with Diffusion because it's been such a heavily influenced by live instruments so far, and Diffusion seem to have a more electronic kind of sound across their art so far.
That's true.
It should be interesting.
I think him as a person, with the whole connection with Diffusion Lab, because they do such a great job with Rushes and Soul and Jafaris and things like that. Like when they go outside the country and they do shows and things like that, like his name will get so much bigger. And like Nilo, when you think of him as an Irish hip hop artist, like you don't like usually like my friends, they would think about like the Amas and the Jafaris and Sam Ojos and things like that. When you think of Irish hip hop, you look at Nilo. It's like, are you sure he raps? You know what I mean? But then because he's so different in those regards, if he goes fucking UK or France or Belgium or Germany or whatever, they're gonna be like, wow, he's different. And his music is just good.
I know.
Like it's just good music. He hasn't had a bad song yet. I really like Just My Luck. Like that's my song. I love that song.
I think someone said it in an article where it was like his gigs like have this like atmosphere as well. Like when he passes that mic out and it's like everyone like joins in and like you know wants their voice in that mic. You know what I mean? So it's like electric.
And he's been playing new tunes.
He's
working on a project obviously at the moment as well. So
I'm waiting on the project.
I know. But I suppose. We should probably touch on this whole versatile nonsense, I guess. You know what I mean? Just because, like, the week that's in it, you know what I mean? We kind of either good timing or bad timing to get you in. I don't know which. In terms of we could get you into some trouble here, maybe. I don't know. But
no,
probably not realistic.
No. I mean, I'll take it because I'm not scared to have those type of conversations.
No,
it is quite a serious thing. And I've had people like while it was happening from when it started up until now, like I've had people text me just on like like music people, and they'd be like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" Da. And my answer to everybody was like, "I'm not giving it my attention. Like it's not worth it to me. Like this isn't the first time where I've seen somebody use lyrics in that way towards like black women. It's about to get serious.
I mean,
so initially I said like it's like I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? But then I thought about it, and I was like, as a black person, as somebody who's on the radio, as someone who reports on hip hop, literal hip hop show, and I get rappers and singers and producers and managers, people who are involved in the urban community. It's my duty to talk about it, and like I waited so long, like literally just saying, like I gave my reasons as to why, like, but like capping it off, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna stay quiet, because if I say something now, somebody will come back to me and say, well, this song came out 2 years ago. How come you didn't say anything then? But like I've been said, first of all, I want to say congratulations to them for setting them true.
That's obviously huge.
Because no Irish artist has, well, now these days has done that. So that's cool. Shout out to them. But then at the same time, I don't know if they were the ones that I wanted to be the first.
It's super bittersweet. Like, because it was like when you first saw it, you were like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" But then you're kind of like, "Oh."
But then it's like, "Oh, it's great to see," but it's, you said all that about black women. I don't know, about that. You look at the lyric, like reading it is worse than listening to the song.
And this is what, like, we were like trying to figure it out in terms of, because I wasn't like the most avid versatile listener. I was, like I'd never really come across them up until this controversy, like in terms of actually listening to their music, other than Ketamine and like Done Deal Season and odd tune here and there. But I was trying to figure out how much of it like is the act. And because like that obviously a lot of their fans were saying, oh, it's a joke, it's a laugh. Obviously, like, as you said, when you read the lyrics on the piece of paper, you're kind of like, oh, it's quite obviously not great. But I was trying to figure out, because you have the Crack Boy Mental tune where it's like, saying they're from D4. It's like, well, it's like, which was it then?
I was playing it in my head.
Man, I know.
Good shit.
Marcus Woods played that actually at Flame Fest, man.
He was trying to get a chant going.
It's so funny. Shout out Marcus Woods as well for second time. Like, because it's one of those things where I was trying to figure out though whether it's like, because at the age they're at, I was saying it to you as well, like, you think they'd have more, like, even just common sense about the situation as well, because basically what, like I was saying, is like and Nilo touched on it, where he was like, you have to show like respect to the culture that you're taken from. And I was trying to work out whether the whole not giving a fuck attitude is their character, or whether they actually don't give a fuck, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. I don't listen to Versatile enough, I don't think.
I don't listen to Versatile at all. I've never heard a Versatile song apart from Dublin City. And that only, someone literally just played it for me, and I was like, oh, is that what's going on? Then the whole thing with there was a black girl in the video, and obviously you put that next to the lyrics, and it's like, oh, what's going on here? So the fact that I don't listen to them, I can't really say, oh, like, fuck Versatile or whatever, because I don't know their songs. I literally missed that Dublin City G song 2 years ago when it came out. So I can't, I can talk about it, but then I know people will come to me and say, well, you weren't here when the song came out, so why are you saying it now? And I was like, I understand that, but then at the same time, when, as you were saying, the whole hip hop aspect of it, because I've been seeing, different individuals online talking about we're like a guest or something, like, in, all that, like, and I see that to a certain extent, but hip hop in 2019 in the world, it's so diverse. Like, there's no guests anymore. Like, one of the greatest rappers in the world is a white guy. His name is Eminem. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't really, I get the whole, you're a guest in this, whatever, but it's all universal now. With that being said, and you knowing that, and you saying those lyrics, yourself that it's going to offend somebody. When you say things about black girls, or they prefer to chicken.
Like, and that's like what I was saying to Oren as well, is like, the lyrics are so, like, they're like the stereotypes that are the stereotypes, they're the stereotypical stereotypes as well.
Literally.
And it's like, and like, it's like there was no reason to do it, if you know what I mean. Like, and that's the confusing part to me, at least.
It's
like,
hard, because if it's a satire, like, what are they satirizing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it like a typical like scumbag? And like maybe if that is a satire, probably being a bit racist is probably part of that as well. But then there's the stuff in their personal life that comes up as well. Like the photo of Kaz in blackface.
With the Halloween costume.
Yeah, and there's some other stuff we've heard.
Yeah.
How long ago was that photo?
2 years.
That was around, I think it was just after when they dropped Dublin G's.
Around that time.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and it's just real. It's a tough thing I know it's a tough thing for others to talk about, because if not everybody is like myself, or Nilo, or Erica Cody, or Aziz, the person who actually, you know what I'm saying? So not everybody has the guts to come out and talk about it, because they're just afraid of the backlash and the consequences. If you say, oh, like, you know, you can't be saying those lyrics, and then some guy with an egg profile on Twitter is going to be like, so you're sticking up for the blacks, huh? And it was just kind of like, well, do you not see these derogatory lyrics? And it's like, well, your favorite rapper does it all the time. And I was like, I don't know why I did a text. Your favorite rapper does it all the time. And I was like, I understand that. Do not get me wrong. But my favorite rapper is American. We're in Ireland and you're talking about it. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see a black artist here say something about white women in those regards, or even white men, or an Asian girl or something like that. It doesn't even have to be white people. Let me see a black artist do that. And let me see if you give them some leeway, or if you give them a pass or anything like that. Because it's going to be just as controversial. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, it's just the lyrics. It's not something we can just pass off. I know it's 2 years ago, and I know people are going to say, like, where are you to that? But, like, these guys sold out the Tree Arena. It's a congratulations type thing. But, like we said, bittersweet. You sold out the arena, but you're going to perform this song. And if it's on their set list, and there's going to be mad, like, was it 15,000 in Tree Arena?
I can already see the performance of Dublin CEGs in the Tree Arena. I can already see it.
Yeah, like they're gonna open with that song,
for sure,
and end it.
And there's gonna be like a visual that's like, "Don't give a fuck," or whatever. For sure.
Yeah, I don't believe that they're racist. Because as far as I know, I've only heard it in the one song. There may be some other songs that they may have said it. I don't know. I don't listen to Versatile. As far as I know, but I don't think they're racist. I just think that they were just on some joke shit. And they were like, oh, we put this in the song, we rap like this, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna sound good. And you know what, let's get a black girl in it. We'll make it a little bit funnier. And then we're gonna drink some cans, it's gonna be a sunny day, we'll make the video, it's gonna be class, lads. And you know what I'm saying, I guess it was for their fan base, I don't know if they're 14, 15, 16, our age, I don't know. But somebody liked it. Their fan base, they didn't give a fuck about the lyrics, obviously. They paid the ticket. Enough of them paid the ticket to sell out the Tree Arena.
Like a few years later.
Then I kind of think back to, well, what's going to happen next? Because at the start, when I was saying I'm not going to give it any attention, this is what I was doing. Because I saw people talking about it and they always kept saying their name. And I didn't want to say their name for these reasons. If you talk about, oh, what did they say in that song? Search it up on Spotify there. Dublin CEGs, that's a stream. If you say, oh, there was a black girl in that video, you know, and those lyrics are in that video. Oh, what video is it? Dublin CEGs. Let me YouTube it. That's a view. What did Versatile say? Oh, they clap back? Let me go search them up on Twitter.
IG.
They're going to be trending soon. You keep doing that.
It's like saying like the names and showing the faces of like terrorists and stuff like that. Don't mean they're terrorists. No, but like with those reasons, it's like that's continued exposure. And that's why I didn't want to say their name. That's why I didn't want to talk about the song. That's why I didn't want to talk about the video. I just didn't want to say the name, period, because that's more exposure towards negative situation. But the other side of it was, I'm not talking about it and I'm not defending the black people who are hurt by this, especially.
If you're in a catch-22 there, it's like, you know, whether you give them the attention or whether you stand up for yourself. Well, it's like,
and not even for me, like,
obviously.
As a, like, I'm like I know racism, I've experienced racism. Like it ain't nothing new to me.
Yeah.
I've accepted that there's racism. Like it's like air. It's just there. You feel what I'm saying? I can take it, but when it comes to like my mom's black, my best friend, she's black. You feel what I'm saying? Like my cousins are black, and like all females, and like if they were to read those lyrics, like because they're all emotional, like my family's emotional, like so just they look at them lyrics and just start crying, like so. One side I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't want to give them exposure, but then the other side I have to talk about it because as the radio host, as someone who does hip hop, but more importantly as a black guy, I have to defend those who are close to me, even if I don't know them. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm 100% on Erica Cody's side. Shout out to Erica. Aziz, Nilo, even Marcus Wood said some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Crackboy Mental, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fuck versatile guy because that's cancel culture. And I don't believe people really stick with the cancel culture thing because like with the whole not to I know, with the whole,
it just goes so deep, doesn't it?
With the whole like R. Kelly thing. Cancel R. Kelly. But if fucking what's one song? I can't even remember R. Kelly's song. Like the remix Ignition or some shit like that. If that comes on, it's like I gotta drop my ass. But you just said, you know, fuck R. Kelly, and then with the versatile, I can understand when people say, oh, like let's cancel them. But we can cancel them if we like. But their fan base aren't because they're still gonna make money. And I don't know, they were talking about MCD should cancel it, but like shit sold out. They're gonna do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But that's my whole thing on the versatile thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the last time that we'll hear about it.
I'd say so. If they continue their growth on the path that they're on, I'm sure it'll come up again.
And not even just them, like as individuals or a group, you know what I'm saying? Like it could happen to anybody in the country. Black or white or Asian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where if you're starting to blow up and another thing I need to add as well, because I'm fucking rambling. But if you're starting to blow up, there's going to be people in like Midlands or something like that who are going to look at them and say, oh, they're the face of Irish hip hop.
Exactly.
But yeah, sure, I guess. But this isn't us. You feel what I'm saying? This is not what we represent. We don't like to slander religion or race or creed or beliefs or anything like that. Like, and we don't want to say anything derogatory. We don't want no racist remarks, anything like that. And these guys did it in one song, almost destroying Irish hip hop culture in about a week or something. Do you know what I mean? And that what they do, the reason why I don't really rock with them like that is because their music to me with the whole jokey shit, and I don't know if they're serious enough. If
supposedly it is a joke, supposedly.
Is it?
They're yet to come out and say anything. You know?
If it's a joke, I'm not for it. Because I don't get joke rappers on or joke singers or whatever on the show. Or on More Than Hustle. That's not what I'm about. I want to have serious people on who can push the culture. That's what I want. And like they're too big for me anyway. So like it is what it is. Like, but if they were to come on the show, I don't know if we'd have a great interview knowing that they're joking like that. You know what I'm saying? I need to have serious people coming on. So I'm not really with that joke rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I want serious people who make serious music.
Who, giving genuine voice.
And people who make music in Ireland as if they have no plan B. That's what I like, and I just can't rock with that. That's me. And
no, like you touched on some huge points there, because obviously Kaelin Coffey did a write up sort of about the whole events on our blog, and one of the main things, like, because we all, like, in that group chat, like when that was all going on, we were sort of like, you know, debating like how serious it was, like when it was first coming out and stuff like that, and like whether we should reach out to them and get like a comment from them, or like, or what we should do. And as more and more of it came out, we were kind of like, oh, okay, now it's like starting to come together. But like one of the main things that I wanted to make it about, and you touched on it there, was like you have them, not like sort of like people are saying obviously like the face of Irish hip hop or whatever, but you know, Ireland as a country even like hasn't been the most progressive up until the last like 15, 20 years. And those sort of lyrics being at that level kind of do risk kind of bringing a certain mentality, you know, back to the forefront, or at least the image or the perception to foreign people coming into the country that, you know, this is still the mindset of the majority being the most popular Irish hip hop act, you know, and that's sort of a dangerous mentality to cultivate, I feel, you know. But yeah, I don't know.
No, because there's a lot of good music out there.
Exactly, and that's the most frustrating part. Is like, and the thread from Rubber Bandits.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That was excellent.
And they also didn't mention their name at all there as well.
Yeah.
So it was a good way to go about it. That tweet was just like, here's a thread of Irish artists you should check out.
Because the Rubber Bandits, like they for a good while, they reminded me of the two lads as well. Yeah. In some sense, because when I think about them, I think about when I was like 12 and Horse Outside came out.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of comparisons to be made, to be fair.
And there's like a lot of like joke shit with them. The difference between Two Lads and Rubber Bandits is that the Rubber Bandits actually speak about important shit, not even in music, in the whole world. And it's just mad to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people who wear like shopping bags on their face and shit, like what they're actually talking about some real things. And like that's mad respect to them. And like maybe their music isn't the most appealing to me. I can still listen to it, but the fact that they have the added aspect or attribute or value of okay, you know what, I'm actually able to talk about important things.
They're able to drop the act as well.
You know what I mean? Like it's very I can't remember which one it was, but he was on Ryan Tuberty. And I couldn't believe him when he came on the show. I was like, he was talking about politics or something. Like I was half asleep. I don't follow politics. But he's very intelligent. And I was just like, I couldn't believe the words that are coming out of his mouth. So mad respect to Rubber Bandits. Do you know what I mean?
On his own podcast too, and it's like, you know, you need to be at that level or whatever to carry, you know, a brand and a image and all as big as that. Like it's huge. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess that's that really. I suppose it's not going to be the end of it, unfortunately. So
a message to all the artists: just if you're serious about it, just work on your craft. Obviously, with this situation, you just got to be mindful about what you say. That's really it. But obviously, do you, and you know, all your trophies and your achievements and your awards, they'll all come to you in a natural time. All you gotta do is just work hard. That's all.
I mean, the cream will rise to the top eventually. If you know, well, hopefully, at least you know.
I fucking hope so.
You know, like for real.
Jeez.
I guess we can like swap into something else. Like even like, would you be too familiar with like the whole drill scene that's like popping off here too?
I am now.
Yeah.
I am now.
What way did you kind of go about? Because that's one thing I haven't been covering too much.
Drill.
Up until that Naruto drillings thing happened with KSI and shit.
So I don't know. I've been knowing about drill for a very long time. Like I think the first time I was exposed to drill was like Chicago drill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Chief Keefs and all that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And obviously it progressed into the UK and they just make consistent drill music, but then they have their own controversy. Like music videos being taken down and all, like, and I get it. It's not the most sought out genre that I would look out for, but I get the fact that there's people in certain areas and they're literally telling their stories. They just so happen to make drill songs and drill music videos and shit like that. It's just a reflection of what they grew up in. But then I see the other side of people saying, oh, the violence and all that. But then I go back and say, well, this is what they grew up in. This isn't for you to enjoy. It's for you to understand that this is what they grew up with. So with the UK drill, I was like, okay, this is what's going on. It's a whole thing. So then we go into Ireland. And when I heard Irish drill for the first time, I was like, I hope to God, and it's gonna be bad to say, but I hope to God that they're actually living what they're talking about. Because there's gonna be a time where there's a guy who is on his drill shit, rapping about it, and he's a little nice preppy boy and lives in a posh place, and he's out in the streets talking about this. Someone's gonna try him. And that's the worst situation you can ever be, all because you don't live what you're talking about. I respect those who are authentic, and if they're with the shits, they can do that. But I don't like the people who really mess with that genre and they're not really about it, because then that just comes trouble, and also you're not being your true self when it comes to this music thing. I've had one person who I thought was a drill artist, but then he corrected me and told me that he's just an artist who can do drill. His name is Reggie, and he had a new song. It's called Money Heist. It's on YouTube now. You can check it out. And I didn't know nothing about him really, and I didn't know nothing about drill like that in Ireland. But I used that interview to learn. If I don't know something, I don't pretend. So I got him on there, and we had one of the most, like, it was the conversation was a breath of fresh air. I was not expecting that from a guy like him, and he makes really good music. And he was talking about it, and he was talking about like the same thing I was talking about, people who aren't really authentic. And you know, if you're talking about knives, it better be for cooking and not for stabbing. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just the whole thing. And I really respected where he was coming from. But the Irish drill, it's very popular.
That's what I mean.
It's very popular. I don't know where it came from.
It's nuts, like, because some of the views that they're racking up, and it's just so interesting because it's in the latest issue of the District magazine, where I think Dean Van Nugent did like a cover on it, but he put a tagline on it, and it was quite true, where it was like, it's the most popular, well, not most popular, but like, you know, it's a huge scene that anyone sort of over the age of a certain age, like, is nearly totally oblivious to. You kind of have to be in the know and then be more in the know. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird, but then it has this huge fan base. Like that track with KSI is like nearly a million views. Like,
I actually heard it and all.
It's nuts, like.
And it's like, it's one of those genres where it has such a bad reputation, but then you'll have people like Kid V or Yomi or Jay Ronick, and they come and they do these drill tracks all because it's they probably have their own reasons, but it's just one of those sounds where like, nah, I need to jump on this and kill it. Like, you know what I mean? But it's a dangerous genre to be in, but like at the same time, it just pulls you in. And like, I'm not the biggest fan of drill, but like, I was like, damn, they go hard on this. Like, they really know how to do it.
You can't dispute it. Like,
I'm just like, I mean, if you want to go ahead and do it, go ahead. Like, I can't stop you. But as long as and the people who are jumping on these drill beats, they're not even talking about the whole, just to clarify, like, they're not talking about the killing. They're just like, it's like mad, like, I don't know what that is. But they're having fun on it. But you know what I'm saying, if you're about that life, by any means, go ahead and do that. But it's a dangerous thing in my eyes, anyways, because like, if you go to America, you can get killed for that, like, straight away. Like, don't even talk to me why you do it, like,
for sure,
in the head. Like,
I mean, you saw like 6ix9ine, and you know, not real, but like, you know what I mean, like, shit is real over there. Like,
like, he is in the
you know,
like, but like, it does get real. They're lucky enough that they're in Ireland, and it's not that many people that are going to try them. But if you take your talents over to UK and they find out that, you know, like, it's,
and that's gonna, like, that's not like a huge, like, that's not a huge leap to say, you know what I mean? Because like, your next point of progression is to go to the UK. If you're gonna actually become a big drill artist and you're in Ireland, eventually you do want to probably start going over there. So yeah, you better.
And that's a whole conversation in itself as well, like the whole moving away, like,
for sure. Because that's like literally what I was going to segue into, because I'm not sure how much, like, as I wasn't familiar with who he included in his documentary, but you know, Bobby Zatello doing the Up Next documentary. For sure.
Yeah, that guy's a visionary. I saw not to cut you off, but I saw it was you, him, and Mapfield. That was a Mapfield. Oh my god, like, he's I can't believe I only found out about him, like, when that film, the documentary, came out. Because I've been waiting for somebody to do that.
I know.
And I was like, if nobody does this, I'm gonna do it. And he came out and he did that, and he's talking about all these things. And I seen the episode where he's up on it was the District thing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh my god, like, that guy is. Like, shout out to him.
Seriously talented, hardworking guy.
You better watch this.
I know, right?
You better watch this.
He will.
Come on.
So he can come on my show, because I want to. Not even to come on my show. I just want to have a conversation with him. Period. Because like, the fact that someone of, you know, his age and you know the knowledge that he has to come on and make a documentary like that, like, you know what I'm saying, that, like, it's crazy.
No, I'd love for that to happen, because anytime that's been recorded that I'm chatting with him, it's obviously in more of a group context, but like, I'd love to sort of hear him when he's comfortable talking about his actual, like, work process and everything, because like, it's nuts. Like, he keeps it so low key and so humble and everything. And he's so you can tell he's real with it as well, because he went down, he was shooting somewhere, I want to say Knockenstocking maybe, but he sent me back like loads of shots of JLOL, like, totally, like, not just have them, you know, if you want to post them anywhere or whatever. It's like, you know, a lot of other people, they could be like protective or whatever, but like, he's very like out there and working and just happy to be involved. You know what I mean? Like sort of thing. Like, but like he's definitely going to go really, really far with that.
And he was saying that he wasn't even finished the.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I can't say like he's been.
It's ongoing. So
he's talking to me about some stuff, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I
don't reveal anything. If you leave it, don't reveal.
Don't put pressure.
We all know that, like with something like this is something that's going to evolve and something that's going to change over time. So, perhaps if he revisits this idea or this documentary in another few years' time, and it's a whole different scene, or God knows what'll happen. But circling back anyway, with that title, the Up Next thing, and that came into it in terms of like. You have all these names that we touched on earlier, like Nito or Marcus Woods and Kojak, and goes all around like the different genres over here. But then you have the drill side, or that's equally as big, if not bigger, than what's actually going on over here.
Yeah.
So like when Eric asked me, like on that panel, I think you were referring to, or no, there was one after. He was saying like what do Irish artists need more of in terms of breaking out to the UK?
Yeah.
And I thought that was like. It's obviously a fascinating question in terms of like, if I had the answer, I'd probably be able to break someone, you know what I mean? But I was trying to think on the spot, and it was tough because I feel like, you look at a Jafaris who has like the videos that are on that level.
Yeah.
You have, and obviously has the music on that level, and you have all these people that are putting in the work for it, but it's like, what's actually needed? And, it could even be something like an Up Next, or like documenting exactly, like giving people an insight into the culture here, because we kind of have, it's taken for granted, like we know the American culture because we've grown up with it, but maybe people need to be exposed to more Irish culture to understand it, if that makes sense.
And like the fact that Bobby's doing this really helps. And then like even to talk about ourselves again, like you'll have myself, you, Mavfield, Deerfac, Simon Tiff, Frosty.
Because I said it on the panel, I said the No Jumper interviews inspired this, because he got XXX's first interview, first Lil Yachty interview, possibly the first Ray Shremmerd interview, and it's like, that's nuts. Like they're
and he's still going,
still breaking people, and you know what I mean, it's like that's ridiculous. Like, and the talks of him getting Drake on and like big stuff, you know what I mean, like and it's like that literally started from that, it's nuts. Like I
don't know, with the whole that question of what artist needs to do to break out.
Really tough. Like
there's a lot. Like what the first thing that came to mind when you said that was, unfortunately, because of the nature of the music business in 2019, because it's not like the 80s or the 90s where you can drop a song and then you know what, that's the next one. Put them in the paper the next day. Like you need. It's not. And I learned this the hard way. It's not what you know. It's who you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the shit thing about this whole thing. Now, obviously, if you're the most talented fucker in the world or whatever, and make banging music, maybe your music alone could do whatever. Frank Ocean's probably the biggest example of that. But these days, you'll have to need cosign. Like if you like, I don't know, like anyone that does grime in this country, if you get a cosign from fucking Wiley or something, fam, you're gonna get connections out there. If you're
even just to have on that press release going out and leverage that for something else.
Like if you open up for this person, without opening up for people as well, that's one thing. This cosign to me, that was the first thing that came up.
Because that's true. Even like Pat Lagoon did Token. There's definitely been some big ones recently.
I think collaboration definitely as well, and opening for people, because
for YG.
I think
that was weird.
But I think like collaboration is a way to like cross over fan bases, and even your man doing the track with KSI. It's a way, and like make small steps and make your way up to bigger and bigger artists.
And it was like, even with, like, to go back to drill, the whole collaboration aspect that I'm talking about. Like we had a guy, JB2, and he collaborated with Russ, and Russ is English, JB2 was from here, and that thing just blew up. Then Gun Lean came about, and it was this fucking mad thing. Everyone was doing the dance and shit, like, you know what I mean? But the collaboration thing, that was a very interesting thing that you brought up, because I had somebody on More Than Hustle, and we were talking about it, and it was one of those things where I've had conversations with loads of people, and not a lot of people are willing to collaborate.
Yeah,
that's the one thing.
That, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know how many times I can say it, but I'm going to say it again because I said it before. If we want the urban scene, or not just the urban scene, the music scene to grow, it's literally written out for you. If you want it to grow, we all have to collaborate. None of this, I'm going to do this shit by myself. You can if you want. If you're that type of person, go ahead. You can join the party later if you want.
But you're missing out on...
Yeah, you're missing out. Like, you know what I mean? Like when like Soul Down District teaming up doing the thing.
Yeah.
That's pushing the culture even more.
The Mapfield episode.
Mapfield, do you know what I mean? Even Mapfield coming up here doing this thing, do you know what I mean? Like, because I know that was probably a big deal for him as well, because he's all the way up in you know the place where they stole our counties and all. Like, but like he does his thing. Do you feel what I'm saying? And you know, like let's say like myself bringing people up for interviews, like in a way that's a collaboration because we're coming together. I'm asking questions, they're answering. The scene is growing a little bit more, and then any other media platform, whatever, You can be solo, you can do what you want. It's going to take a little bit of time, you know, depending on what kind of character that you are. But if you work together with another artist, another manager, producer, beat maker, fucking a podcast, you know, YouTube, whatever, I'm telling you right now, like we're going to go from here to here. That's the only thing that makes sense. And I've said that so many times, but there's people that just insist on like, oh, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'll catch up with you guys later. But we're going to be so far gone. You have to play the catch-up game. That's the one thing. I don't know how many times I can say that. It's so serious to me, but people don't seem to get that message. You know what I'm saying? If you're a musical artist and you're solo, I understand that completely. Sometimes you're going to have features on your project. Sometimes you won't. Maybe you want to do your own thing. That's grand. But maybe even behind the scenes, maybe you can take someone else under your wing and, show them how this is. Because that'll obviously... you know, relieve some stress off me because I don't want to be telling some guy off the street that like, yo, this is how you actually move. It's the whole reason why I made More Than a Hustle, so they can watch it and then they can know how to move. And it's all a collaborative effort. And that's just one thing people need to drill in their head. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you want to be solo, I understand if you want to be a team player, but recognize what you have to do to move the culture. That's just how serious it can be. I don't know how else to put it, but that's there it is. You know what I'm saying? There it is in a nutshell.
I think that's it.
One thing as well, just because going back to that previous conversation we had last year, two things that we'll try and get in before the end.
Sure.
One, just favorite moments this year in terms of releases and stuff. You mentioned the Jafaris listening party. I don't know if there are any others for you. And favorite album. We'll go back to the actual favorite album so far because I haven't gotten a chance to listen to this Chance album as much as I want.
I have.
Yeah. Nice.
We'll speak about that after.
Okay. No.
What you said? Favorite
moments? Yeah, because I was trying to drum up the Jafaris listening party. Always kind of runs away with it for me. Just because it's such a nice setup in the Button Factory and everything. Like it's crazy, and seeing all the familiar faces there was just. Literally gives you that warm fuzzy feeling of everyone's together like for this one thing. But have you would you get a chance to go to many gigs and stuff or like
I'm not a going out type of person. I think that's why you don't be seeing me at all these functions like but I do catch the you know the odd one here and there. I'm going to 2 this Thursday, which is very rare for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know what I'm doing there. Well, the last one that I was at was the Chris Cabs show, and it was just a good vibe. It was in
the Workmans.
It was in the Workmans, and they had Aaron J open up. They had Lloyd John, you know what I'm saying, and Talia McKay, absolutely amazing, amazing talent she is. And Chris Cabs, he brought up Matt from Tebby Rex up on stage and. JLOL obviously he has to be there, you know what I'm saying? He was standing right in front of the stage and that was a really good show. It was literally what he advertised as a good vibe and it was just like, you know, Workman's is smaller, like, you know what I mean, but like the whole, it was kind of like a family vibe.
I like
and I really like that. That was a good show, but like we mentioned his name and I love this guy, you know what I'm saying? I love his music and I almost hate mentioning his name because I always keep using him in examples because he's just really good at what he does and he's so humble, authentic, he's just himself. But when I went to that Jafaris headline show, was it Button Factory? When I went to that.
The actual gig,
and like the production, like a girl came out and she was putting paint on him.
I know,
like he died.
I
was
said that.
he died, came back to life.
I said it on a podcast or somewhere, but I was like, you wouldn't even get that on like a, you know, like an actual, like a huge, like a bigger artist show. You wouldn't get that level of like detail and care into like thematics with the album and linking it all in. Like it's just
like, even the show itself was so good. Like I missed Evans Jr. and Timmy at the start.
Work,
but I know they'd be doing bangers anyway.
Yeah.
But the Jafar show is really good. The highlight of that show wasn't in the show itself. It was after. When I met up with you,
and the smoking area was
popping. You feel me? Like there was loads of heads there. Like you know what I'm saying, Omega was there, and
it was funny just spotting people moshing and then things like that.
Do you know what I mean? And like I remember we were just talking, and there was a moment where everybody kind of left, and all the girls were gone to the little club thing that they were doing after. And I found myself, I was speaking to one of the lads from Super Silly. I can't remember his name. And we were just having a chat or whatever. And my man's E-Man, who'll be up in RTE, he was there with me. And I was having a chat with them. And then we were having a chat in a circle. And in the circle was myself, was E-Man, Kid V, Cobb, Sam Ojo, King David, E-Day. And Jafaris was there as well. Cobb was saying something and I was listening. I was like, oh, okay. And then he started, like, every time he ended the sentence, he started rhyming. So I was like, I think this guy's rapping. What's going on? Like, so he was rapping. So I didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? And I was like, what? I tossed the word out there and he put the word in the rap. Oh, he's freestyling. Oh, he's serious. Right, Then Sam Ojo jumps in. And then hilarious. King David jumps in. And then Jafaris walked up. He's like, Jafaris, do a little something. Then he did a little something. And I was like, oh. And then Cobb went again. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
going on,
it was mad, like, and I was going to, but I didn't want to embarrass them, but you know, it is what it is. But that was a great moment because it showed the family aspect of that as well. The same way it was in Chris Capp's show, the same thing after the show with all these people in a small circle. That was, and I missed the Jafaris launch party. So when people tell me, oh, it was this, it was that, like, I was so fucking jealous. But I forgot about that when I was in the circle with all these lads, these people who, you know what I'm saying, people who I've interviewed, people who, you know, I will be interviewing in the future, and you know, just talking on some real shit, like, and they were just in the circle and we were having a good chat and good fun, and you know what I'm saying, like, they were just rapping some mad shit, like it was as if we like known each other for about 10 years. It was just great atmosphere. The show itself was great. Openers were great. Shout out to Timmy and Evans Jr. Stride album was great. Organized Mess is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything at that moment was great. Like, Mango was there as well. Fucking Matt Man was there. Like, it was mad people. Like, I didn't expect it for to be that many people. That for me was a moment.
Good answer, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get much better than that, really. Like,
and then what you said about
so I guess we'll just wrap up on like what albums are you feeling so far this year? I feel like I might have to open up my Spotify so I don't miss anything. But obviously, like, just in my mind was the Chance album, so I feel like at least we did get like one sort of big solid release. But obviously, I don't know how you're feeling.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh, with the Chance album, I'm not the biggest Chance fan anyway.
Okay.
But what was that project with the 3? What that shit is?
Coloring Book.
Yeah. That's fire. That's fire. For someone, I'm not a big Chance fan, but that shit was fire. And the amount of features that he had on there and the way it worked, that was really good. For me, like, albums that have come out this year, they don't compare to the ones that came out last year. Like,
it was a solid year last year. That would be fair.
It was.
Like, I don't know who, like, Chance. It was a no for me. I understand how. It was a good album. I wouldn't listen to it again. I understand the magnitude of the album because it's his first one. You know what I'm saying? The Big Day and all that. Like, so I understood that. But it just wasn't for me because I don't really resonate with Chance like that. I'm even trying to think who dropped. Like,
I know, that's what I was.
Tyler dropped.
Igor. Tyler.
Tyler.
What do you think? Because what do you think about that? Because that shit was weird, kind of.
I loved it.
Ooh,
that's probably my favorite album of the year.
Yeah, really
for
like
sure,
it.
man. Real mood.
Because for me, and I said it, like we've been saying it, is like it was like such a breath of fresh air from like the trap sound. You know, it was like someone who's like sort of reinventing rap a little bit again. In terms of genres and stuff.
There's just some hard songs on there as well.
He has that song, Earthquake.
Earthquake.
I really like that song. That's really
it's really interesting, the production on that, because it's real, like, nearly purposely poorly produced. Real clunky kind of mix as well.
I'm almost trying to avoid saying what project was my favorite, because remember last year, and I don't know, I think I said like Eminem's album or something like that, and then Black came out with an album, and then somebody else came out, and I was like, fuck it.
I think you said that though, innit? I think you were like, oh, it's this, but he's about to drop an album.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
I'm looking here for just like other albums, because you'd forget, like there's Future, The Wizard, but
I'm a massive Future fan.
Really? Yeah.
So right now, because I know someone's gonna drop a surprise album, and like they're gonna, like, Dr. Dre will come back from the dead, or something. Up there. No, not The Wizard. He
the one, the double one.
No, that was Save Me. Year, Save Me. That one. I'm just a massive Future fan. I don't see any other project that really stands out to me in the way that does.
Yeah.
This year for me, it was more so singles than it was projects.
Yeah.
There isn't really a lot. Yeah. I'll say this now, and I'll probably be a little bit embarrassed, but I don't care because I'm a real nigga. Ariana Grande, she came out with 7 Rings.
Yeah.
The name of the album?
No, not the song.
The song,
yeah. That's the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life. Do you like that?
I love that. It's like a little remix of
Man, that album isn't bad.
The album's really good. The album's really good. It surprised. I don't know why I was listening to it, but it surprised me. Somebody in RTE recommended it to me. I was like, I'm gonna listen to it.
Because it's just like, just real like trap infused, and it's just like really clever production on it.
For sure.
Really well
like done. That. She dropped a good song. I think Chris Brown did. I've made Old Town Road. Probably.
I enjoyed his EP, actually, 7 EP.
Really?
Did you enjoy it?
Nothing Great About Britain as well.
Oh yeah, Slow Tie.
Slow Tie.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put it up there, but it's just another big release that some people would probably have in there.
I didn't really dive into 7 like that. Well, I did, but like like every song, it wasn't like hitting for me.
It wasn't like a kind of like coherent project, but like I feel like there's a few bangers on there.
Yeah, because I feel like I would love to listen to it again, but he just keeps dropping a remix to Old Town Road, and I was
keeps your attention there. Yeah,
I'm sticking with 7 Rings as my favorite single of the year so far.
Yeah,
Future Save Me is my favorite project at the moment.
Yeah,
but I just
Nas The Lost Tapes too. That's only new. That's Jaden Smith, Aries, Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers.
That was a good project.
There's some alright ones there, but I think there's still a lot of potential for the rest of this year compared to last, because like we had so much to talk through last year. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Drake and Kanye stuff.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah. It was literally like, Kidsy Ghost, Daytona, Yay.
Like, so much
Pusha T and all that.
Stupid albums.
Was mad. Like.
And Scorpion, obviously. Like, it's
I don't know about that one.
I didn't like that.
No, same. I don't know.
Oh, we're all in the green. Okay.
Not for me.
Just it's a big release though, so you have to.
Somebody in here like that. Who was that?
Crystal likes it, I think.
That's why it's not here.
There's good tracks on there, but like,
there's good tracks.
It's just like throw them together, kind of. I don't know. We've got to wrap up anyway, Shane. Just let you know.
I know.
I know how it goes.
Man, thanks so much for coming in again. It's a real pleasure. Check out More Than a Hustle.
Yeah.
Is it only on Facebook?
It's on Facebook at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think we're like ready to drop like by the first 5 episodes, 10 episodes, then we're just going to throw it onto YouTube.
Sweet.
I know how it kind of fucks up the whole thing in sequential order or whatever, but yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Big Bad Show every Friday from 9 to 12. Bangers Only Fire Emoji. More Than a Hustle is every Tuesday. Like 1 or 2. I don't know when it is. Just when I put it on my Instagram, just drop it. It's for the people.
Just follow the man.
You get me?
Perfect timing.
Thanks very much.